We're going to put up a bar chart here that gives an indication of some of the companies that had the most tweeted about them. Amazon, interestingly, was number one. If you recall, back in the summer, he said, they're not paying their taxes and it's really hurting the rest of retail. Yeah, exactly. Bezos, exactly right. It also went after Ford, actually praised Ford for bringing jobs back. General Motors went after, saying they shouldn't have. So these are the companies that have really been hit. What was the result? Did it accomplish anything?
You know what's really interesting is how the president-elect, David, started by talking about these companies. Remember, we'd have round-the-clock coverage of the CEOs going in and out of those revolving doors at Trump Tower in Manhattan, and we would chronicle them and the relationships. Now, I was told then at the time privately that it was a way for the president-elect's transition team to bring business leaders to the table, a very skeptical business community of this administration. Then flash forward several months later into his first year in office, when a lot of those businesses we chronicled and reported on disbanded. Several of those business boards and meetings and groups out from Silicon Valley and Wall Street together. And now they're ending the year on a positive note. We should note that several of these companies, including Wells Fargo, including several other companies, have actually increased minimum wage or provided bonuses. Now, I'll let you guys decide about whether or not you think that was because of the tax plan or just a corporate PR spin. People are skeptical. But either way, it would appear that President Trump leaves for Mar-a-Lago. He just left, just arrived, rather, with some more positive relationship with the business community than the tense relationship.
Yeah, but also back in January and then going on, we would be reporting about what effect this would have on the stock price. And often the stock price would take a dip. But if you look over the course of the year, the prices of the company, the stock prices of the companies that you tweeted on, they came out just fine, thank you, ma'am. All of them,
I totally agree with that. And I think also what's been interesting is that if you take a look out of the investment world to see how the president's Twitter account was able to really drive news coverage, and that's such a great chart to look at, because no matter what the president was tweeting, a lot of investors barely blinked at the president's tweets, and no matter how controversial they were. Now, where they did impact markets, David, as you know, is when the president was tweeting about foreign policy and national security. So anytime we saw North Korea, for example, in the Twitter account of President Trump, then we noticed some fluctuations.